Oh, my bad. Yeah. I seem to have um fallen asleep while coming up with ideas for, well, what's not going to be Zelda month. Sorry about that. Okay, so in all seriousness, as the title says, I'm not doing Zelda month this year. Technically, put a little asterisk next to that. There will be Zelda related content this month. Yeah, hi, this is Zero Score. This is a vlog. We're jumping right into it. There will be Zelda related content in November. But I expected Breath of the Wild 2 to come out this year, or whatever that game is going to be called that we still don't know anything about. Instead, we're getting a cool spin-off title, which looked great. Age of Calamity. Super awesome Hyrule Warriors game. Demo for it out now. I'm going to be covering that soon. If it's not already out by the time this vlog goes out, I don't know the order of things. But that is a spin-off title. And as good as it looks, there are more important things happening in November that I would rather spend my time on. But let's put a little pin in Zelda for right now. Just, take that pen and stick it on the map at a key point. Because we're going to come back to it. So, what is November going to be? You might be asking yourself. If you even care. You might just be here because, you probably saw my new studio in the thumbnail, and we're like, oh, I wonder if he's going to talk about it. I will. We'll get to that too. So, November is next gen. We've got the Xbox Series consoles, X, S, whatever else they decide to put out. The Series E so they can complete the sex collection. Who knows? And then also, we have the Sony PlayStation 5. That small underdog console that you might have heard about. They both come out in 2 weeks, which is very exciting because I am anxious to get my hands on my PS5 that I pre-ordered on the day it all went live. Not bragging, just saying. So I'm going to focus this month around basically PS5 coverage. So there's a few things I'm going to be doing this month. Like I said, I will still have a Zelda video. I will be doing a video timed around when Age of Calamity comes out. I'm going to try at least. That will be centered on the collection, the various series, I guess, of multiplayer Zelda spin-off games. So things like, Hyrule Warriors, Four Swords Adventures, Cadence of Hyrule. For some reason, they only seem to put multiplayer in the spin-off titles. So I want to talk about those. I think they're really cool. They don't get enough love. And most of them are third-party games, which is even cooler. So, yeah. It's not going to be a list video or anything. It's just kind of going to be going over each title. And I can use that to, get those nice clicks from people curious about Age of Calamity. Maybe throw some promotional video or, stuff from the demo in there, whatever. And then, like I said, I will also have kind of a first look on the demo this month. So there's 2 Zelda things, which admittedly is still more than the average month. So, I guess I'm celebrating. Yes, I wore all Zelda stuff. Just to tease you with the no more Zelda, and then boom. Also this month, I will be finishing up the forgotten Spider-Man Storyplay DLC. So, as we know, Miles Morales Spider-Man is one of the launch titles for the PS5, and I can't wait. But I also said that I would finish up the weekly releases of the Spider-Man Storyplay DLC arc before that came out, and then I just kind of stopped doing it. I have them all basically done. It's not hard. I just kind of forgot to put them out each week. So I'm gonna do a marathon session of that. I have to count out how many episodes are left. I think it's 8 or something. And I'll basically do like one a day for the week before the PS5 comes out. So it'll be kind of like a Spider-Man marathon, and then ideally on release day, depending on when my stuff gets here, for the most part, I'm going to be playing Miles Morales all by myself. Like, I won't share that until it's done. But I want to do like a kind of a first day, just like quick look on it, because I've put a lot of like dedication into this game over the past few months, between like, you know, my video on the different suits and the story play stuff building up to it and all of that. So I want to have something out there related to this game. So my idea is to kind of do a first look into the game. If it's not on release day, because I don't know how the unlocks and stuff are going to work, then it'll be like soon after release. Basically looking into the actual suits that are in the game. Kind of a follow-up to my, like, you know, what suits are going to be included type video. We've already seen a handful, like, in promotional work and stuff, so I really want to, like, just do a deep dive into the game itself and see what costumes there are. But I don't know how it's going to look when I start playing it, so it might take a few days to do that. But I will have something from the game out. I want to absorb it myself first, and then share something. But probably, like, early next year, I'll start the Miles Morales story play. So after I beat the game, you know, kind of get to enjoy it myself, then I'll go back through, beat it again to record, and then release those episodes. I've also considered, like, let me know, because I can't go back and redo the old ones like this, because I've lost the footage and stuff since, but I've thought about, instead of doing, like, a weekly release, which I did that to kind of make it like a, you know, Saturday morning cartoon type thing. But instead of that way, I could just do the, like, you know, all movies type, like, big chunk of video that I've seen some people put out for different games. Like, I've watched playthroughs of, like, you know, The Last of Us 1 and 2 and things like that. So they're not Let's Plays. It's literally just, like, you cut it into, like, a cinematic thing and release it as, like, you know, the video game, the movie. And that's the idea I had with the Spider-Man story play, but I did it more as a weekly TV show rather than a, you know, standalone, like, 10-hour whatever movie type thing. But Miles Morales is supposed to be a shorter game. So let me know, like, I think as far as, like, getting clicks, it would be better to release it all at once, because people that are looking for it are just going to sit down and watch it. Whereas by the time I start versus when I end, the engagement might start to trail off over time. So that's what I'm kind of torn between, is like whether I want that kind of like weekly event thing, or if I want to just get the clicks from the people that are still engaged in the game and will go and watch this, you know, fully edited together thing. So it's no hassle to me to just do one big chunk video or do it weekly, but I'm just kind of curious what people would want. Or if you even care. I care. I'm going to do it either way. But if no one cares, I'll do it however I want to do it. I make stuff for me. If people watch it, great. That sounded ruder than I meant. Like, I love that people watch, and I'm so glad I have an audience. I just mean, like, you know, I'm not beholden to what other people want. I make the content that I want to make, and then hope that people, you know, want to watch it. That's the idea. But if you ever have suggestions for videos you'd like me to do, I'm open to suggestions. One of the things I just did in my office was I put a whiteboard up on the door, which I'm not going to show you because it's like the whole like next year's worth of videos, and I don't want to spoil that. But I've filled it with video ideas. So there's room for more. Feel free to, you know, give me ideas. Oh, by the way, Sony, friggin' all these other people have their PS5s early. Where's my PS5? I want a PS5 to review. Look, I'm wearing friggin', can you see? I'm wearing PlayStation socks. Like, where's my love? My feet are going to be in a database now, aren't they? That was probably a mistake. Whatever, give me a PS5. I had to go buy my own, wait until November 12th for it. It's not fair. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I was so mad. Yeah, that's kind of a general overlook. I'm also going to do some first look just like, video previews like I've been doing with some other things on a few other games that'll be coming to PS5 at launch. So we've got Astro's Playroom, which is like a pack-in digital title, and then Bug Snacks, which I don't understand what that game is, but it's going to be free for PlayStation Plus members on release, so I guess I'll check out Bug Snacks. I'm doing it for you, though. I probably won't like it. But I want to know what it is. Probably, like while tipsy. And I will share that with you. That's why I'm not, like, fully committing to Zelda month, because there's so many other things I want to do that aren't Zelda related. I don't want to make it, like, a themed month, even though I still have Zelda content going out. But I've said Zelda enough, considering how much I'm going to be saying it later. So, the last few things that I'm kind of, like, just figuring out before the end of the year, people really like Mario Kart Live. Like, really like Mario Kart Live. That video did ridiculously well. And I realize it's just kind of the way the game works, Like, it's different for each person. So, like, it's similar to, Mario Maker, where, like, the things you make are totally different than the things other people make, and you want to share those things. But this is even just a totally different experience from person to person, because you're making things in your own house that only you can make. And the only way to share them is through videos. So I definitely want to do Mario Kart content, but we're still getting the basement in order. It doesn't look great still. Like, it's functional. We can use it. I mean, I'm down here, and the cats are down here. But it's not, like, done. And so, being down at, like ground level and a cart wouldn't look great. But it's a very nice open area that I really want to take advantage of, because it's perfect, like, cart making environment. So one idea I have that will be put off a little bit until we can kind of get a few things in order out there is I want to bring back the, like, relationship therapy series, where my wife plays a game with me. And so we want to basically make each other Mario Kart courses and then race each other's courses and see who did a better job. It's not about who's a better racer, because it's me. I've seen her play this game. It's about who made a more fun course for the other person to drive. I almost guarantee she's going to make hers shaped like a dick, but that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, that's one thing. And then another thing that I want to put out before the end of the year, obviously, like, I'll do my Game of the Year list, either, end of this year, beginning of next year, somewhere in there. But I have an idea I've been holding on to for a while, that's kind of, like, Metroid related. And because I consider December, like, Merry Metroid, and it's hard to come up with, like, new Metroid content ideas when there's no, new Metroid games out there. I want to do kind of a deep dive into why people love randomizers. And I feel like randomizers came out, like, as a thing because of the popularity of, like, speedrunning, like, Metroid games. And now, it's gotten into Zelda and Final Fantasy and some other series. But it definitely seems like it started with Metroid. I don't know that for sure. I haven't done the research for the video yet. But the idea is to kind of tie that into, like, the legacy of Metroid. And, like, why randomizers are important. I've also possibly been looking into an idea on, like, a video related to fan games in a similar way. Like ROM hacks, those kinds of things. Like, obviously the most famous example is AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, which possibly even just saying that in this video will get it striked by Nintendo. We'll see. But that's a little bit more in depth because those are coming out all the time, and I try to look into them, but it's a lot. Like, because some of them have to stay hidden until they're done, or else they'll get taken down. So yeah, there's a lot of, like, ideas I've got, but I don't know how many of them will actually get done by the end of the year. If you can't tell, I'm feeling very ambitious in this new space. Like, I want to just make things. It might not even be things that, like, take advantage of the equipment I have here. I just want to make more things because I have this nice space and I don't want to waste it. So those are kind of the 2020 ideas. Moving forward, The reason I'm not doing Zelda month is because I'm doing Zelda year. So 2021 is the 35th anniversary of the Zelda series, much like this year is the 35th anniversary of Mario. Mario's great and all. I didn't really feel like theming an entire year around him, but like having the forethought of like next year we're probably going to get a similar like celebration of Zelda, I figure I should capitalize on that. So currently I have about 11 video ideas that span the entire like Zelda series from first to most recent. And I'm going to try to fit as many of the games into those 11 videos as I can. A few of them are things I've mentioned before, like kind of a comparison between two similar titles. Most specifically, I want to compare Link to the Past with Link Between Worlds and Ocarina of Time with Majora's Mask. And then some others are just kind of like more analytical types into one game. Or like just kind of a retrospective. Like the first video example I have, the first video idea I have, for example, that was a hard sentence, is essentially called like Zelda from then to now. I'll probably come up with a better title, but it's sort of comparing Zelda 1 to Breath of the Wild, but it's more looking at how Zelda's kind of come full circle from being this just like, you know, non-linear to an extent, like open world game to something more structured and then back to open world. Because I think that's fascinating how they used like, you know, an 8-bit like physics-based engine for their Breath of the Wild prototype and then turned it into like a 3D open world game. Basically, like they were going back to the first game for their ideas, and that's really cool. So I want to kind of delve into that and what makes that special. But I've got a bunch of other ideas that I don't want to spoil for right now. And the reason I only have 11 is because I assume there will be some big announcements next year related to the series. So I want to keep, you know, a slot or two open. Because if I do a video a month, you know, I've got a free month there still. So whenever something crazy came out, I could, you know, shift focus, push everything back a month, and do like an emergency, you know, here's this big news type video with my thoughts on it. Kind of like what I did when Cadence of Hyrule was announced. Like I did a video on like why that game is so important. And yeah, that kind of thing I can turn around pretty quickly and try to, you know, capitalize on the clicks. If nothing like stands out that I need to talk about, I have an idea that can be split into 2 videos. So that would make 12. But for right now, I have 11 ideas that can be shifted around a little bit. There's a few that I'm not as passionate about. Like if I need to go crazy and completely throw out my plans, I can ditch a few of those less important videos and focus on the main ones. But like a few of these I've been working on for a very long time, like, you know, just in my head and getting footage and things like that and preparation for them. So I'm definitely excited to have like a year I can devote to just getting some of these past ideas out there while also filling in with some new ones that I've just come up with to, you know, to celebrate Zelda, because I love the series. You guys know this. I am very pro Zelda. It's everywhere in here. I have the Wii U and the Wii Remote and the Master Sword, like all in view right now. This blanket. Look at this friggin' blanket. I have a Zelda blanket. Sorry. So yeah, I definitely want to devote as much time as I can to Zelda. That doesn't mean it'll only be Zelda content next year. What I've been trying to do lately is put out about a video a week. For a while, I was shooting for like one a month because I was just focusing on the produced things that take a lot longer. But I'm trying to supplement that stuff with the, you know, like the first look preview type things like I did with Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate 3, that is. And Mario Kart. And then, you know, save room for other like little things that might come up. Like the Cats review with my wife that we have to redo because I screwed it up while I was drunk. Those kinds of things just pop into my head. Or like if someone wants to collaborate and we come up with an idea that I could, So some of this stuff can be edited pretty easily and put out. Other times it takes a good amount of time, and that's why I want one like heavily produced video each month, and then just whatever else I want to put out. Like this vlog is technically one of the videos for November. But November is going to be chock full anyway. You're probably going to get tired of seeing me in your sub box, which please don't unsubscribe. The goal is to get eyes, because lately the YouTube algorithm has basically said like, if you don't put out like so much content every week, we're not going to give you visibility, and it's ridiculous. But I'm trying to play the game, like you reach that 1K goal, and you want to exponentially grow from there. That's the only thing you can do. It's taken me 5 years to reach this milestone, and it's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like I still haven't really like gotten to celebrate it yet, unfortunately. I'm trying to figure that out. I thought maybe I could do like a studio tour, but I'm still getting a few things in place, and it's kind of messy in here right now, so I'm not going to do that at the moment. But like when I get the whole basement done, I want to like have like a like a stream party. But I can't have friends over right now, really, so that makes things a little more difficult. So yeah, hitting 1,000 subscribers during 2020 is a blessing and a curse, because I can't do anything different, really. But also, like, I want to say thank you. So instead, you're just getting this rambling, like, 20-minute plus vlog, talking about all the things I have planned to give you, as kind of a consolation prize for not being able to do anything special. So I hope that's okay. And if it's not, I mean, it's all I can do. So there's that. But the final thing I want to talk about, I feel like I'm rambling at this point. I don't talk about it often, but I do stream now. I've actually been keeping to a fairly regular schedule, although November is going to be a little spotty. But I have started streaming over on Twitch. It's still just zero score. Like the channel is zero score, so it's pretty easy to go find. But I can really only manage like once a week right now. I want to try to do a second one each week. I just don't know when. I have things pretty much every other night. And I could do a weekend, but my weekends aren't reliable because things come and go. So like if I set it on a weekend day, half the time I'd probably have to cancel. And I hate doing that. So right now I've got Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time. The games have been kind of varying a little bit. My friend Thomas and I, Kane plays stuff over on Twitch. I was going to call him Tainted Kane, but he hasn't been that in a long time. We have been going through all of the Halo games, and we just finished Halo 3 a few weeks ago. And for Halloween, we were doing Dying Light, kind of like through most of October. And I was debating streaming a Zelda game for November. But again, I don't want it to be Zelda month. And the thing is, right now, you're getting stream of consciousness right now, like the things that have been going on in my head, because no one else is here to talk to. So the thing is, I am going to be missing a week. And then the PS5 comes out. So, like, midway through November, I'm going to have a PS5. And I kind of want to stream that, So I'm not totally sure what game I want to do yet, but I'm thinking of something that will be enhanced on PS5. I thought about Final Fantasy VII Remake because I played through that, but I kind of want to do it again on stream. But that's a long game. So I don't know. I'm up for suggestions, but I definitely want it to be either a PS4 game that's, way better on PS5, or like an actual like PS5 game, but all I'm going to have at launch is Astro's Playroom, Bugsnax, and Miles Morales. And Miles Morales is a Mii game. I'm not sharing that yet. I'll technically have Spider-Man, like the first Spider-Man, the PS5 version of that, but I already streamed through that entire game like a few months ago, so I wasn't planning on doing it again. So yeah, there's also like all of the PS4 classics that are going to be on PlayStation Plus, so I've thought about that. Like, I have a lot of options. That's all I really got for right now. Some things are still up in the air, but I wanted to put out this vlog just kind of as like a State of the Union type thing, because I'm in this new space. I have like ambition, but I am not totally sure of everything I want to do. Much like the state of the country and the generation of video games, I'm a little bit in limbo right now. And so November should be kind of a figuring things out month. But I definitely have some great content I'm excited to share with you. I'm just not totally sure on the stream side of things. So, yeah, anyway, thank you. I know I said that I was going to get to, like, what the studio is and everything. I'll put a picture of, like, when I first moved in because it was still clean. But I don't have the means to show it all off to you right now because I'm still moving things in here. And so there's, like, boxes and stuff off screen that I don't know where to put any of the stuff. Because somehow this room is bigger than my old office, but has less places to put things. So I have to rearrange some stuff and figure that out. Maybe hide some things under my futon or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, for now, you get this view with my nice, like... I was going for PlayStation Blue on the lighting. Don't know if I nailed it, but that was the idea. To, match my socks. I don't think that's PlayStation Blue either, but whatever. The point is, soon I will have a PlayStation 5 in my hands. Or, I don't know. That thing's, like, huge, so I don't know if it'll fit in my hands. But I'll have one. And I'll have Miles Morales. And a new Zelda game. And it's gonna be a good holiday season. So, let's end 2020 strong. And, here's to the future. I'm going to stop saying and now because I really don't have anything else to say. I just keep this sentence running and running and running. And... like and subscribe and all that stuff. Comment the things that I was talking about, you commenting on. And share the video, I guess? I don't know. It's a vlog. Share my other videos. How about that? Use this video to share my other videos. Does that make sense? Share your favorite... Share the favorite video that I've made with someone. If you've made it this far. That works. Yeah. Great. Okay. Bye, everyone.